Well, guys, starting the next episode here, and got the first bridge, redid some sets, and got the second location. No catches at the first spot. Water level changed a lot on us. I think stuff's gonna move tonight, but this is the second otter of the spring, right here. Here in Iowa, not allowed to keep them in the spring, so I'll get this one turned in the DNR. We got two sets here, one otter. Must have been traveling alone. I believe it's breeding season, so we'll get this taken out and get these reset. It's supposed to rain this evening. I think a bunch of beaver will move tonight. So, all right, guys. I don't know if you can see that. That's our other set. I got some work to do. I got to lower it. It's got to be below water level. So I'll do that here in a second. But I was just going to show. Here's the reset. Just as important as anything is the drop stick, because if you don't have that and have it blocked off properly, they'll just go right over the top. But that's the remake on that. I'll try to give you a closer view. Here's our otter, and we don't have a problem catching them. I had a fellow guy from Iowa got into an argument with me, said I was bragging because I tagged out on otter. Guys, you do not have to be, you know, a super trapper to tag out on otter every year. I didn't tag out this year, though. Remember, guys, I did not. This was the first year. I didn't even set for them till late, but we did get two so far this spring turning the DNR. So, anyways, that's kind of the situation. Otter are not hard to trap, in my opinion. It's just learning the animal. You know, I'm not great at it. I just studied the animal a lot. So, otter number 2 this spring, we'll get it turned in the DNR. I'll get a hold of him here in a little bit. Alright, guys, so just wanted to explain my background in otter trapping a little bit. They reintroduced them here in Iowa several years ago, and I didn't know how to trap an otter for shit. And pardon the language, but I didn't know how to trap an otter for shit back then. That was when I was probably early 20s, so about 10 years ago, I think. And I said to my dad one time, he's very good at trapping otter and everything else. I said, I want to learn how to trap otter. And so Dad said, well, you make a day, come down with me and I'll show you. And so, took a day, the trapping season went down, basically took instructions from an old man, and he told me what he knew about otter and kind of his thoughts on it. And I thought, well, that all makes sense. It really started to click when he explained it and broke it down to where it was stupid proof. And so, from there, sorry, I'm redoing some sets, guys. From there, I took his advice and I started tagging out on otter every year. And then I just kept adding to my knowledge and twerking my style a little bit. But really, it came off the basis of what he taught me. And so otter haven't been a problem for me since. It's not so much me trying to have an ego when I say I tag out every year. We can only tag 3 otter a year per license holder, so, and it used to be 1. So I'm not what you'd call cocky, I don't think. I try to be humble and willing to accept new information. And so, sorry, getting down here on my knees, guys, but we're redoing sets. And so anyways, that's my background on otter, and that's kind of where, you know, I learned and my stance on it. And why I don't see it as a huge challenge anymore. I just put in the time and learned from a good trapper. A lot of guys don't have that opportunity. I was fortunate enough to have that opportunity. So don't ever think I'm trying to have an ego with anybody. I'm just very fortunate and spend a lot of time doing what I love, which is trapping. So anyways, guys, on the way to this river, I looked over in the river next to the road and there was a beaver swimming. It's warm today, it's 50s. Any of the rest of the ice is coming off. I think they're gonna move tonight. It starts raining this evening, so let's keep moving. Look at this, guys. Always pay attention while you're out there. See these tracks? We got coyote and we've had cat. But get this, they're moving lower to the bank than they were at regular trapping season. You see their tracks here? That's because they know that the beaver are on the move. I think they're down here hunting beaver, and they're very in tune with the seasons. You know, I'm sure the adults teach them that. I think coyotes and cats both kill a lot of beaver. And I noticed a lot of sign at season. Like on my last video, there was fresh coyote scat at the Castor Mound. So just something to keep an eye on while you're out here. Well, guys, you see down there we've got a beaver. He pulled the drowning rod up because the weather warmed up again. So I thought I had it in good, but the set's there. He pulled that drowning rod up and he's right there hanging out. So we're gonna get down there, get that beaver taken care of. That's the first one today. That other set, I don't know. There's a lot of action right there. So I think we probably, I'm guessing, caught another one, but I'm not sure. But there's sure a third or fourth beaver that's come along too. So let's just get down there and check it out. Alright guys, here's the beaver. Found out what happened at the other set. See how it's destroyed over there, the bank? We caught an otter, and he pumped out the drowner as well. And so anyways, yeah, got him released. So second otter today and a beaver. So that's what we're going after, is beaver. Luckily we were able to release the otter. The second one today, not the first obviously, but nice beaver, glad to have it. Let's get him taken care of. Guys, it is a beautiful day out here. Beautiful. Wearing a t-shirt and just enjoying it. Drowning rods. The trap's not there, so it's went down. We'll see what we got here. Alright guys, well, beaver number 2. You know, not a big one. Just a, you know, probably a 1-year-old. Caught, I think that's a, yeah, that's a 650. I'm running Bridger 3s and 650s, and because that's mainly what I got. We're catching a few beavers, so it's number 2 and 2 otter today. Second otter again for the last time released. First otter will be turned into the DNR. That gives you, you can see the frost line, idea of the depth changes we're dealing with here. So that's why you got situations like this. So we'll go ahead and get that adjusted, fix that set. Alright guys, got a set over there, got a set here. This still looks like a good set. Water level didn't change here a lot. You could tell the last time it did on me, it was up there. But anyways, traps down the rod, we'll see what we get here. So there you see it. We got a beaver. Nice back foot catch, deep catch, Bridger number 3. And this is a good spot. I can remake this set pretty easy. I think the one down the way is down the rod too. I can't quite tell. Let's go check that out and then we'll come back and remake this. Well guys, here's today's catch. 2 otter and 3 beaver. And gonna go set another bridge on the way home. So not bad for about 12-15 traps out. Rain's gonna start any time now, so I think they'll move good tonight. Well guys, here's today's check on the trap line. Water's up 5 to 10 feet. We had a big rain last night. This is an area where it's about 10 feet. My traps are right down there, 10 feet deep in the water at this location. But at the best spot I found, it was 5 feet. And so none of our traps are accessible today. So luckily it's windy though. I think we'll be able to access some spots tomorrow, but sure not happening today. So anyways guys, we'll see what we caught before it flooded here in another day or two. Really think we got some beaver underneath some of these waters.